We've got action, we've got adventure, we've got no eyes. And one thing's for certain, that wherever we go, it's gonna be a bad way. This game right here is Uncharted that we have at home. I've never played Uncharted before, so I was very excited to play this. And I'm gonna be real with you, I've never played a game that has made me laugh this hard before. But it's mixed reviews for a reason. It goes for about £7, and the Steam description says that Bad Way is an action-adventure game in the style of TPS. History professor Michael Wayne hadn't yet realised the trouble he was getting into when he got the call. This unexpected trouble that he didn't plan at all would drag him into an adventure that he could never imagine. And yeah, it's definitely an adventure, and definitely one that I never expected. But first, I've got a big announcement. We have it, the one thing nobody asked for. The WickedWiz plush. Limited edition, first of its kind. The ultimate jar filler. Just look at this little fella. He can stand, sit anywhere on your desk, in your fridge, even on your nan. So if you want your own little whiz, make sure to click the link in the description below, because this campaign won't last forever. Anyway, jumping into the game, there's no Steam VR. That's pretty good. And the title screen looks nice. Now, if you know anything about this series, I like to look at the settings. And I have to say, these are probably the best settings I've seen so far. They even have an image and description for the graphics settings, and I really like it when games do this. However, I'm not too sure what they were doing with the keybinds, because it's just an image, and you can't really change the keybinds. But at least they did a better job than Code 29, and that was literally done on paint. Fun fact, I also found out that you can actually turn on RTX for this game. I didn't, there's no point, but just for fun, at the end of the video, I will show you some places with RTX on. But anyway, let's press new game and see what the hell this is all about. Actually get a cutscene. Oh, alright. It's already a bit jank. Holy fuck. But there you go, that's the that was the introduction to the game, I guess. Can't set myself on fire. And this is very Uncharted looking. I feel like I'm the main character from Uncharted. I've never played the games, so I don't even know, but I've got weapons. It doesn't really tell you how to use them, but I assume press 1, 2, and there we go. Gonna shoot that. Look at the size of that gun. It's clipping through my hand. Look at it, man. They didn't get the gun sizes right, but I've got a an automatic rifle. The way I'm holding it really doesn't look right. Yeah. It's it's so mangled. What the fuck? Whoa! That is one way to recover from a fall. It already feels like my character's made out of jelly. Well, that confirmed it. What an amazing start to a game. You see, the trailer looked kind of normal, but straight away, there are some things that aren't quite matching up. But you see, there's this bush here, and I've already seen some kind of weird fall mechanic. However, I didn't realize how weird it would get, because after dying again, something quite amazing happened. Well, now I'm through the rock. Whoa! Okay, man. I was not expecting to glitch out the game this bad so early on. But there you go. I've just unlocked Crash Bandicoot mode. I'm spinning out of the fucking map. Can I explain this? No, and I can't even move out of it. He's gone berserk, and I can't control my laughter. No, we're fine. We're just in a tree now, but I could go out of bounds. No, I'm dead. I've not even made it an inch through this game, and already I'm doing this. I'm one of those people that if I can do this in a game, I will always try to replicate it again and again and again. And I did try. I tried to replicate this multiple times, but for now it seemed like a one-off. However, this is only the beginning of the crazy out-of-bounds physics. But the next thing that caught my eye was, after going over this log and going down this stream for a bit, I managed to climb on something that I'm pretty sure I wasn't meant to.
There's a way here. I think I can crawl through.
I can crawl through, but apparently I'm hanging on. I'm kind of stuck here. Something's really wrong with my legs. That isn't how legs are supposed to work. How do I? Okay. Oh, hey. I can reach for God if I wanted to. I don't know how to get down. My God, man. This is the game that just keeps on giving. Now, eventually, I did manage to get down from here. You just have to press control. But that's something you're meant to learn later. Anyway, after crawling through this tunnel, I make it out to the other side. And now I'm introduced with another mechanic where I need to hook over to the other side.
I think if I hook up to the branch above, I can pass.
What the fuck? Long story short, I didn't quite make it a couple of times. It's kind of confusing because you think that you need to sprint and then jump, but that seems to cancel the grapple hook, so you just fall to your death. But eventually, I did make it to the other side, and here is where we're meant to learn how to climb. It's quite simple. All you have to do is just jump up and your character holds on. But even just going around this little corner here, yeah, I mean, you can see what I see. Anyway, I drop down and progress. But then I noticed something. You see, I looked over to the recording and I could see it stuttering, which is never a good sign. It basically meant that either the graphics settings are too high, this game is unoptimized, or I didn't have the right settings for the recording. So I thought, screw it, we'll cut it there and I'll replay the whole first bit on lower settings. But this actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise because replaying that first little bit led me on to quite a big discovery. And no, it's not the bush, even though I managed to bug it out again. It's this little gap that I noticed in a rock. Look at that, there's a little hole to the other side. What the f- Yeah, I quite literally just walked through the rock. There was no collision or anything. And I thought to myself, well, if I can do this, can I get out of bounds? So I try another rock, and it turns out I can walk through that one as well. And apparently I can also climb on the rocks, which led me out of bounds. The first level, the first part of this level, and I'm able to go out of bounds. It's amazing. You can't make this up. Now, you're probably wondering what's in out of bounds. Well, not too much. It's just a lot of grass, some trees that probably don't need to be there, and this big landscape in the distance, which unfortunately, as cool as it looks, I couldn't get to because there was an invisible wall stopping me. However, when I explored a bit further, I noticed that there were these cars in the distance, and I thought to myself, well, that's interesting. I don't know what these cars are doing out of bounds. So I run over to them, can't seem to interact with them or anything like that. But when I try to go down this path, the screen cuts to black and there's a cutscene. I'm not going to spoil this cutscene because we're not supposed to see it yet, but somehow I managed to speed run this whole level. So I decided to restart it again and get to the point where I originally quit. And this is where we get our first taste of combat. Alright, Carlos's men. We finally found Carlos's men, and they are already shooting at me. I don't know what he's shooting at, though. Gonna see if I can hit the barrel. That was easy. A lot easier than I thought. And there's another guy there. Let's test the barrel. Let's see what the radius is like on this. Yeah, it worked. He's dead. I think. I bet I could probably get out of bounds from there. I'm not even going to try. Was that it? Okay, I guess that was the first encounter. Here's the first guy. He's he's a bit twisted. The second guy's up here. E to push the box. I take it as this one. Hey, look at that. That's pretty cool. They've got box mechanics, and it's intuitive, so I can clearly need to jump up here, right? Alright, the guy's over there. I want to see how he landed. This fabric's not doing too well for his body, but hey. And I've got got a little armory. The FAMAS. I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. I'm sure people know what that is in the comments. That is definitely a gun. And That is a silenced pistol. I like these. I like a bit of stealth. Oh. Alright, I got stuck on the wall for a second. It has wall mechanics. Might get a bit annoying, but I like the fact that he actually took his gun out, his pistol, put it down, and then picked this one up. That's pretty cool. I'm going to probably have the FAMAS. Smash like for French. I don't think there's going to be an issue of weapons in this game, is there? Oh, okay. Carlos's men again. Is that going to become a running theme now? Where, oh look, you can two-hand a pistol. It's pretty cool. See if I can snipe somebody. Yeah, I was going to say, is this going to be a running theme where every time we encounter an enemy, it's just Carlos's men, or do the army get involved? We don't know. We do not know. Okay, I'm probably shooting at the rock there. Now he's freaking out. What? Can I not? I don't think this has much range. Well, it's time for the baguette. What is he doing? Okay, it's a bit... I don't know what's going on with this guy. Apparently they're shooting at me as well. It's not very clear if they're actually doing that. Okay, he's dead. He's got death animation. No, apparently he's not... What to make your mind up, man? Okay. So we can get a headshot. No, but it definitely freaked him out. Alright, got him. Finally. And those are the cars. Right there. We did actually skip the game. It wasn't too much to finish off, to be honest. But, it did it. Oh! What? Man, I got destroyed. Where is he? Oh, 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 oh. Got him. So there you go, we found the two cars again. Now, what about this cutscene that's coming up, Wiz? Well, it starts off with me driving. You have these two cats clipping through another car. Apparently, my eyes have disappeared. And now I'm walking into a bar to get a job. Now, bear with me, this cutscene is pretty long, but the voice acting is perfect.
Whoever ratted you out must really hate you. You don't have any idea who it is, do you?
No. If I knew, I'd make them pay.
So what do I owe the pleasure? Don't tell me you've missed me.
I'm a little short on cash. Can you lend me some money?
Money? Does it say Bobby's Bank on the door?
Please, Bob. Don't you think I'd try at the bank?
Could this be real?
Are you talking about the lost treasure of Mansa Musa? Mansa Musa was the richest man on earth. They say he had ancient books and tons of gold. If this map is real, it points to an immense treasure.
As you could probably already tell, the voice acting is very scuffed. There's something really weird about it. It feels like it's, you know, it's not proper voice acting. It's not voiced by people. But I'm very interested to see what the treasure of
Mansa Musa
is all about. Also, I don't know what's going on with the map in this game. For some reason, land is blue like the sea, and the sea is not blue like the ground. Anyway, now we find ourselves in the middle of nowhere with a car. Straight away, we can see that my eyeballs and teeth keep popping out of my skull. Let's just get a little close up on that. I mean, this just adds to the list of things broken with this game. But the objective is quite clear. I need to get into this car and drive somewhere. So that's what I did. And after clipping through the car door, I drove down this hill. Now, if you know me, I like to mess around a bit and test things. So at some point, I got out of the car. I tried to jump on it to see if I could open the door from standing on top of it. Turns out you can't do that, so at least that's not broken. But when I got back in the car, I looked behind me and then I noticed something. Can you see it? What is going on with my head? Michael must be some kind of superhuman. I have never seen somebody turn their head like that before. I mean, when you look to the other side, it's not as bad. But goddamn, man, there is something critically wrong with this character already. And if you thought you saw everything, I've got news for you. I found a much more efficient way to travel. You see, when I was driving, I thought maybe I could, I don't know, explore some hidden areas or see if I can ramp off of this rock. Unfortunately, Eventually, I totaled the car and flipped upside down, which also flipped the camera. For some reason, I couldn't get out of the car, so I thought, well, I might as well just reload the level. But this time, instead of getting inside the car, I thought, hey, actually it looks kind of easy to get out of bounds from here. Maybe I could just jump over some of these rocks. Well, no, there was an invisible wall. But while I was messing around on this cliff, I fell off. Now, instead of Michael actually getting up, he just laid there, completely motionless. Now, I tried to get up, but nothing was working. He was just completely broken. He actually gave up. But then I noticed I could change my weapons. And every time I pressed tab to open up the weapon wheel, he twitched a little bit. So I changed around some of the weapons. There's another item that I had, and it's a torch. And this is what happened when I equipped the torch. What's the torch do? Oh, holy shit! This is the most perfect physics I've ever seen in a game. Oh god, and his head's all twisted as well. It's just... Whoa! Whoa! Okay, okay. I'm not even dying from that height as well. Let me see if I can progress just by doing this. There we go. There we go. We got the big one. We got the big one. And I am out of bounds, man. And I'm really out of bounds now. Well, I managed to do it again. I got out of bounds and actually fell through the map. It's not that interesting. Not as interesting as Exorcism Ritual, where your guns start glitching out. Turns out there's a reason as to why that happens. People commented about it, which was very helpful. But anyway, in this driving segment, at the end of the road, there's a castle. And you're meant to get out of your car and explore this castle. Z to see enemies through the wall. Are you kidding me? I can already hack the game. There's something here. There's... Okay, more weapons. It's kind of cool how they give you weapons. Oh yeah, they've got grenades. Explosion grenade. Did he die? You dead? You dead. Alright, nice. Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. When you take hits, you actually stumble. He just fell off and died. Brilliant. I like the little bounce at the end. Can I shoot through a wall? Of course I can. Of course I can.
I need to turn this to open the door.
Okay. There's another car. Am I doing it the right way? It looks like I am. The weirdest thing about playing this game is, on the surface, it feels like it should be a AAA experience. I think it's more the graphics, if anything else. But when you look closer, let alone just play the game, it's far from it. I mean, even the gates, like, it's right in front of you. You can see it clipping through the actual castle wall. The combat is also pretty annoying, but it's kind of cool in a way where if you get shot at, it makes it very difficult for you to aim. You can't just bullet sponge things. You actually have to get people before they get you. Anyway, now that I've opened up the gate, I can jump down to this yellow car. So now we have another driving segment. There's nothing too interesting. I didn't bother trying to bug it out this time. But eventually we get to this other castle. This time, to get into the action, there's a little bit of parkour. And when we get up to the top, we have more weapons because ammunition really is not an issue in this game. But also, after killing a few of Carlos's men, there is this symbol right here, and it stands out way too much for it not to be a clue of some kind. And I was right, because when I went into this building, we have our first puzzle. The puzzle's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is get the right symbols in order. And all I had to do was find the right symbols around these ruins. But when I was doing this, I encountered more of Carlos's men, and I noticed something kind of strange with one of them. Gotta find more stuff. Hey, there's a person. What is he doing? He's just turned invisible. Look at that. He's like the Predator. What the hell is going on? Why is he just jumping around? Is he still there? Okay, so it's another M-like thing. See, I can't... I don't know where they're trying to shoot me from. It's not very clear. Wait a minute. Can you see that? He's in the ground. No, he's not. He's right here. What the What the hell was going on? Yeah, a lot of stuff really isn't making that much sense. But what does make sense is the puzzle. Now, I went around and managed to find the other two symbols that I needed to complete this puzzle. And when I put them in order, the door opened. But instead of being normal and just going through the door, I thought, oh, look, there's a chest. Maybe I should check out the chest. Which turned out to be a terrible idea. Oh, come on. Oh, dude, come on. How? How do I Okay, can I roll out of here? I guess I'm just gonna have to throw this. Will it blow me out the way? Am I alive? I'm alive. I didn't die. It worked. A grenade actually saved me. Wow.
Just as I suspected. Let's see if there's anything inside this. A new map. This must be Brazil. My head. Where am I? I was looking at the map. I remember now. Carlos's men brought me here. I need to get out of here.
What the hell did I just watch? Yeah, the cutscenes in this game are just something else. I also love how the guy got abducted after making this terrible sound. And all he had to do was just wake up and open the door. He probably didn't even need to jump on this guy. It was so over the top. There wasn't any kind of sound for it either. But now I'm in this industrial complex, and I'll have to apologize here because the frames started to drop. But I do have to say, it looks pretty cool. Now, for some reason, I have all of my weapons after breaking that guy's neck, but there's this room here, and I go ahead and pick up this silenced pistol. Thankfully, the silencer actually works, and taking out enemies is really satisfying when you use stealth. I mean, just look at him ragdoll. There's no animation or anything, they just kind of flop to the ground. Now, this whole segment was pretty easy to get through, and I really wanted to try and test out the stealth, because surely after being captured, you're gonna want to sneak out of a place like this. Well, it turns out you can actually stealth kill enemies, but this is what it looks like. I'm curious. Oh, they actually have executions, but that was the lamest execution I think I've ever seen in a game. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's no sounds. It's not. The arms aren't even in the right place. I don't even know what he's doing, but the guy's dead. It worked. Anyway, moving forward, my path was blocked by this gate, and the only way to get over it is by moving this box. And I have to give some credit here. This is a mechanic that we were introduced to in the tutorial, and now we have to use it again. I've played many games before where a mechanic is introduced and it's never used again. There's no point of it even being in the game. So this is a good sign. But now it's time to progress, and there is still a lot of jank along the way. That was it. There you go. Doesn't even hit him in the head. No sound effects whatsoever. Yeah, he just falls over, and you've got this right here as well. Doesn't look... This is just a bit of terrain that's very messy. Oh, there we go. So that's why you had this that weird little thing going on with the street there. I like that. They've had a bit more depth to the level. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like this. I was gonna say this does feel like a AAA game, but there we go. Imagine putting RTX on for this game. If I can get out of bounds on every single level, I'll be very happy. All I gotta do is jump on this. No. Oh, come on. There we go. The great thing about this is you don't get too much ammunition. You have to, like, reserve it. But then again, there we go. I've got myself a sniper. I guess I was supposed to snipe a whole bunch of people. This is it. That's how I get out. Why is the map, like, why are the countries blue? It looks like that's the sea. Anyway, I'm in Brazil. I don't know how we managed to escape and make it to Brazil without getting caught, but I guess Michael's some kind of action man, I don't know. He's definitely got some skills. Now, because there was a rock glitch from before, the first thing I tried to do is find some rocks that I could just walk through, because apparently that's a thing. But no, to my surprise, the rocks here in Brazil actually work. Now, the next bit has you in these ruins, and I was a bit confused at first. I thought maybe it's a jumping puzzle, but I saw this gate, and I noticed that this game has some kind of repeat dialogue, where Michael seems surprised every time he sees Carlos's men.
Damn. What's Carlos's men doing here?
Carlos's men are everywhere, Michael. Anyway, it turns out this is a parkour climbing section, and it was easy enough to follow. I mean, I got confused a little bit, but when I got over this wall, I noticed that there were a lot of plants, and it turns out they do actually have a stealth mechanic where you can hide within them. They actually do have some stealth, but is it good enough? We'll have to see. There's 2 enemies there. There's 1 enemy there. Come on. Did I get him? What a sad sight to see. Poor fella didn't see it coming. So watch this. When they go through, when he goes past this pillar, watch this. Kind of, it looks like he just goes invisible for a second. So after wiping out all of Carlos's men, I moved forward and found more of Carlos's men. I didn't have much trouble trying to take these guys out, but I am starting to notice that a lot of Carlos's men all look the same. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've killed this guy many times before. But anyway, now there's this gate, and I need to move this box so I can jump over it. And this now brings us onto the next section, which I spent way too much time on. You basically have all of this water and a bunch of pillars. There's also some kind of wooden scaffolding around, but I couldn't climb up it. I thought to myself, well, maybe I need to jump from one pillar to another, but that didn't seem to be it. I even spent a good amount of time just trying to fall the same way that I did before, hoping that Michael wouldn't get up and that I could equip my torch and just fly over to the other side. But when I was trying to figure things out, I did have a look at these different pillars, and I did see some bits that I could climb on, but for the life of me, I just couldn't climb any. However, I did stumble across another weird glitch. Okay, I'm seeing this as well. I'm holding Q. Look what is going on with the frames. That is not normal. It's really cool. Like, it looks really cool. But it's just so weird. I've never seen this in a game before. If anyone could explain why that's happening with the water, that would be awesome. But thankfully, after messing about, it turns out that you do need to climb up the pillars. What I forgot to do is that I needed to sprint and jump at one of the pillars. I don't know why I didn't try that before, but thankfully, I could jump across each pillar and make it to the other side. It's like a joke, right? If you do it too many times, it just gets old, but this one never gets old. This one never gets old, man. It's just so... Oh my god, what is going on here? No way! No way did they just do this. No way did they just do this. What? What is even going on, man? Like... Okay, I get that, like, there might be some gaps here and there, but that as a gap? That right there? There you go, there's more of the, I don't even know what to call that, building placement.
This temple must be at least 1,000 years old.
Yes, it must be at least 1,000 years old. What a bad shot.
Carlos's men. They arrived.
Didn't even hear what he had to say. Carlos's men were already on me. Take the stairs, I guess. Oh, there we go. Got a cutscene.
Stop right there. I said stop. Don't run, or I will shoot.
acting is amazing. Now I've got to chase the guy. And I've managed to change my weapons, by the way. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Like this way, downhill. It's not that easy when... Okay, maybe this way. This looks like the way. Do I have to go this way? Am I going the right way? I'm not going the right way. It's right in front of me. And I can see that I've almost failed the mission. What happens if I fail the mission? A good old-fashioned restart. That's what happens. Yeah, god damn it, man. We've got a whole chase scene going on. I love how we're actually chasing one of Carlos's men. The same guy who I've probably killed multiple times already now. But this wasn't easy. This guy actually moves fast. I think it's the fact that when you land a bit too hard, you stumble a bit. Also the fact that it's not too obvious which way to go sometimes. But eventually I made it, and it gave us yet another brilliant cutscene. Please. Please. Yes. Oh, man. Now I've got a train bit. My god, that jump, though. That was something else. Okay, so I guess... This is kind of cool. So yeah, we're now on a train. I quite like this, you know, it's pretty cool. We've got a whole train segment, a whole chase segment. I'm not gonna lie, I actually struggled a bit with this one. I either fall off the train, bump my head on a bridge, or just get shot to death. The best part about this is that the train is clearly just going around in a big circle. But as I was progressing, killing some enemies here and there, I noticed something quite strange with the respawn. There are a couple of moments where I would take out some enemies, save the game, and then when I died, I respawned with the same enemies I just killed right behind me. And this is a fact throughout the whole game. So even when you're trying to progress, you've got to be careful when you save. I have to say though, even though I got annoyed a few times, the combat was still fun. Now, the train section wasn't that long, but when I got to the end, we have probably one of the most awkward cutscenes in this game so far. Okay. Oh, here we go.
There's nowhere to run to. I don't want to shoot you. Give me the map.
I already killed like 10 of these people.
This must be the pirate
What?
island. I need to jump off the train.
The pacing in the cutscenes is comedically shit. It's just the way that Michael says, I don't want to have to shoot you, and then just shoots him immediately. It's perfect. Anyway, now I'm off the train, and there's a beach. But on this beach, there are a few enemies, and it was a cool little battle. I mean, some of the enemies were freaking out on the pier. However, there wasn't really anything else. I mean, there was this boat, and it was clear that I had to go there, but this was it for the level. I did go around and explore. I went to the other side of the beach just to see if there was anything there, but there aren't any collectibles in this game. But that being said, I did have a lot of fun with this bucket. The physics on the bucket is amazing. I mean, all you have to do is kick it and it just keeps spinning in the same direction. Just look at it go, man. Honestly, I could sit here and watch this for days. Anyway, when you get on the boat, you get taken to another island. Pirate Island. So after landing, I progressed a little bit, did a bit of climbing, did a bit of jumping, and I eventually made it over to this bridge, which I didn't realize would be probably the hardest part in this entire game. They arrived before me, like every other time. Oh god, this is so awkward. They've got like this arch, and you have to time it just right. Okay, let's see if we can actually do this. Because what sucks about this is that the water doesn't break my fall or anything. Yeah, I struggled a lot with that bridge, but eventually I made it over. So now I can finally make some progress. And after crouching through this little tunnel, I stumbled across this ruin. Now at first I saw a skeleton that was pointing me in the direction of where I should go, which was very nice. I thank you very much, skeleton. But I wanted to explore this ruin. It felt like it was there for a reason. And to my surprise, it was. Hidden behind it is this really old looking ship. Unfortunately, there's no way to get to it, but it's a nice view and probably the first kind of Easter egg. surprise secret, I don't know. It's the first little reward I found for exploration. But after that, there was this village. Now, for some reason, there weren't any enemies around. It felt like the perfect place to have some enemies, but it was just an abandoned village with assets that looked really out of place for both the location and maybe the era. Every single house was empty, and every single house just had a dirt floor. It really did just feel like they placed these assets here because a village. They wanted a village. However, there was one cool bit. In one of the houses, you can go down the stairs into a tunnel. And this is the first time that I could actually use my torch and use it properly. At first, I thought this tunnel was a maze, and it looked really cool, but it wasn't, and I very quickly found the ladder to go back to the surface. When I got to the surface, I also noticed this weird reoccurring glitch, where my rope would, for some reason, stick to random objects, and then it would stretch infinitely. So sometimes you'll just be running around and have ropes stretching all over the place. There wasn't much else to this glitch. I mean, after killing more of Carlos's copy and paste men, there was another grapple hook section, and I did think to myself, well, what if I use my grapple hook now? Will it fling me all over the map? No, it didn't. So I just pressed on forward, found some bits of ground that make it look like I levitate, and then I found this building with a hole in it, which brings us onto the next section. We're in this massive room. It looks set up for a boss fight, but I hate to break it to you, there's really not much here besides a very simple puzzle that's just very long-winded. It starts off with Michael giving us a hint in his very awkward tone.
Are demons or angels guarding this tomb? I need to get the angels closer to the tomb.
The way the puzzle works is you have these demons facing inwards to this metal grate. What you need to do is figure out how to make them look away from the grate. And there's 4 of them. If you look up, you'll notice that there are these angels. And all you have to do is find a way up to each angel and simply push them forward so the demon below faces the angel. So anyway, I pushed each of the angels forward, which opens the grate, and we get ourselves not just a great cutscene, but also a new area to explore.
It wasn't so hard. According to this map, the treasure should be in Egypt.
Of course. So we're gonna go across land, all the way over to Egypt.
Damn!
Well, this is interesting. I'm in the desert now. Let's go to the oasis. Is it gonna disappear? Is it a mirage? Is that what you call it? A mirage? Well, I'm here. I know it's literally just a desert, but
God tells me the treasure is here.
this does look pretty cool. I swear to God, if they just give you like a running segment where you just have to run to a really far away
I
building.
hope there are no more clues.
I have a feeling it is. I have a feeling this is the end.
I'm finally here.
No, I'm not. I've still got a little bit to go, man. Come on, Mike. You should know this.
I've always liked old structures.
Good to know, Mike. It's good to know. Well, there you go. Now we're in Egypt, and now we're in this giant temple. And to be fair, it does look pretty good. They've got all of these different obstacles, all these different traps. Starting off with pendulum swings, which I don't know why, but I wanted to see if I could die by one of them. Turns out you can. What a surprise. Straight after that, you've got this stepping stone puzzle where you need to avoid the pressure plates that have traps. I did not succeed on my first go. The cool part about this is that each square has a statue, and you'll quickly notice that at the entrance there is a dog statue, so if you just follow the dogs, you'll be safe. Which I like, it's good, simple game design. I did notice though, after this bit, the walls weren't exactly solid. You could kind of walk through them. But anyway, little did I know that there were 2 more obstacles in my way, and a conclusion that goes much deeper than Michael just shooting people.
I bet there are hidden traps.
There are hidden traps in this room. Alright. No idea what they could look like. Oh. Hey, I figured it out. You just gotta step in a little bit. Yeah. It's not exactly difficult to see those ones coming. Any more traps? Is there gonna be some kind of giant boulder that I have to run away from? Nope. Oh, fuck. Alright, when it comes to mazes, somebody told me in the comments, just stick to the left-hand side. Just stick to one side and you'll eventually make it there. Right, so if I keep sticking to this side of the wall, I will make it there in no time. There we go. I mean, it worked.
The treasure of Mansa Musa. I finally made it. Fuck.
Holy shit, it's Agent 47. So I died? Was that it? To be continued. Well, there you go. Apparently there's going to be another Bad Way. Maybe Bad Way 2. Now, at the beginning of the video, I did say that we would check out RTX, and, well, here it is. There's not really much of a difference from what I can tell. I mean, the puddles kind of look like they have RTX on. I've never actually switched RTX on before. But the point is, there is no point. No amount of graphics will save your game. Especially with all of the glitches, the cut corners, the poor storytelling. Your game might be worth this much and look like this on the surface, but goddamn man, it's a whole other story when you actually play the game. But in a lot of ways, Bad Way is a hidden gem, and it most definitely is the Uncharted that we have at home. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support the channel and want to receive something tangible, then go check out the link in the description below and pre-order yourself a little whiz. Of course, a massive thanks to all of my supporters over on Patreon. You guys are awesome, and for that you will get yourself a discount code for the plush. But finally, I'd like to give a massive shout out to all of my Wicked Slayers and Cyber Wizards. Gibbles by the dozen, Time Wiz, Nick, Joke for the Day, Waller, The Cuddly Bot, Camille B, Sprunkly, Negadan, the one with severed toes, Rare Alex, Basto, Finra, Alex Capril, Linker, Mr. Pine, Spooky, Artistical, Rosalba Gatti, King Swing, Distant Reality, Legayana, Dragofunyan, Alex Nibs, Arcadius, Dr. Damien Rompapus, Mr. Tektite, Adam, and Borky. I'll see you guys in the next one where I, yet again, go out of bounds.